Good evening, everyone. Here is professional writer, the Nerdy Brit. Oi! I am a professional. Cut me some slack. Today, on Professional Writer, the Nerdy Brit's channel, I have a very good concept for you. Russell, I'm speaking directly to you, Mr. Davies. I have a pro list and a con list. These are the elements of your era that are working. These are the elements of your era that are not. But because YouTube needs good thumbnails and titles, I've decided to come up with a much more dramatic way to phrase this video. Keep or trash! Ugh, it sounds so American. Sorry, American fans. It's just when your name is literally the Nerdy Brit, it feels trash. Just bin it. It's called bin. Trash. So yeah, that's the concept of the video. You in? Like your seatbelt on? Strap in. Let's bloody go, mate. Now the first element to 100% keep is the subversions of formula. Russel's era is the first in New Who to really be experimental and try and do weird and different things. Think Wild Blue Yonder, think The Devil's Cord, think 73 Yards, think Dot and Bubble, think Boom, think The Well. These weird, wacky, different episodes, like an episode like Dot and Bubble, like 73 Yards, you have never seen anything like it in the new show. And honestly, that is all for the better. Russell, these weird, wacky, experimental episodes, keep them, because they are working. I think in general, I have a lot of respect for these episodes, especially in these series that have such little episode counts compared to others, and yet they found the most room for these wacky and weird episodes. Brilliant. Keep it up. On the trash side, I'm gonna say it. The Christmas special. Firstly, because they just aren't working. I feel like Doctor Who at Christmas only has a certain amount of ideas, and we've done all of the overtly Christmassy ones. You know, we can't bring back, you know, a Christmas tree that attacks us, or Santa that attacks us, or just Santa Claus in general, or the snowmen that attack us. What are we going to do next? Poisoned tinsel? We've done it. So therefore, I get it, it's a tradition at Christmas, but we're kind of having these, let's be honest, mediocre, funnish adventures that just kind of have to shoehorn a vague element of Christmas into them. They're not working. The amount of episodes a series that we're getting are struggling. If we can tack that Christmas episode onto a series and maybe get 9 episodes a series, I get it, it's a weird number. No one likes to have a series at an odd number, but I would rather an episode that feeds into the overall arc of the show than just this random Christmas episode for the sake of it that we've been getting. None have worked so far, so let's just add another episode into the main run of the show. Keep the way you are talent scouting your writers. And look, I know this opens me to criticism, because what I'm kind of saying is some of the Russell episodes himself aren't the ones that work. But to be fair, mainly in that case, I'm talking about Christmas and finales, which we'll get onto. But honestly, in RTD2, when you see that it's not Russell writing it, apart from Joy to the World, they've pretty much all been bangers. Him bringing back Stephen Moffat to do his best work yet in Boom. Him bringing in the Loki writers to write such a fun episode in Rogue. His co-writer in The Well did an amazing job. Pete McTeague in, Lucky Day was absolutely fantastic. And also, bringing in amazing, diverse voices to write episodes such as The Story and The Engine and the Interstellar Song Contest. Most of the time when Russell brings in a new writer, it slaps. It is knocked out of the park. It's usually an amazing episode. And this is where, you know, the lower episode counts are really helping the show. When Russell needs to fill a script with a writer that isn't him, I think he holds those writers to a higher standard. And that higher standard is really, really working. Russell, keep this new influx of the writers that worked previously really, really well and keep allowing them to add their opinions into the Whoniverse. And these new writers, keep them there and keep adding new, beautiful voices to the Whoniverse. Trash! Whatever you're doing with the finales. Can I just say, this, like, keep and trash thing is quite a violent concept for the nerdy Brit. I quite like the light and fluffy stuff. Unfortunately, the finales aren't working. I do want to caveat, I completely understand that the reality war was, you know, probably reshot, and I genuinely think would have been a lot better without the reshoots, but both finales haven't worked. And I'm talking about the episode 7s as well. The episode 7 problem is that we spend a lot of time in, quite frankly, usually a boring slog of an episode waiting for a reveal that no one really cares about. The reveal is just always, it's this classic character that you're going to see next week. We need more from our episode 7s. And our episode 8s they just haven't worked. Russel, the big CGI, godlike villain, it's happened twice now. It isn't working. We need a course correct with our finales. Final element of the keep. Keep the wacky characters and the character work that's being done. If anything, do more of it. I know some people don't vibe with it, but I love how we're building out the unit side of Who and all of those characters and giving them lots of fun moments and screen time, and we're also having nice, fun, weird, wacky companion Doctor relationships. The Ruby Doctor vibe, that just pure, lovely, girly gossip friendship vibe, I love it. And then with Belinda, yes, we kind of bottled it towards the end, but the initial ideas around that relationship, subverting the Doctor-companion relationship, I love. Overall, just the weird, wacky, different things we're doing with the Doctor-companion dynamic and the overall side characters of the Whoniverse, keep it up. The other element we need to trash is the doing things for shock value. Obviously, there's the famous clip that goes round of Russell sat with the Susan Twist. Is Susan Twist the actor or the character? Susan Twist. Susan Twist is always the way we refer to that character. I think that's the actor, right? Or is it the character? There's an interview with them where, like, the reveal and all of that series 1 arc, and he says, you know, it was done for clicks, it was done for reactions, it was done for moments, and he's done a similar thing recently with Anita Dobson's character, you know, always addressing the fourth wall, and Russell has said he's just never going to have an in-universe reason to explain that. Sometimes Russell's way of doing things is designed for clicks in a social media world. Unfortunately, I think, Russell, you've misread the room there. It doesn't quite work. It's not a vibe. These things can be done, but you need valid, interesting not just valid, interesting, that's the important one. Interesting storytelling reasons for those decisions. Thank you very much. Those are my that's my pro-con list, jazzed up a little bit. Please like, please subscribe, all of that good stuff. Thank you very much.